You might want to become a data analyst for the great salary, the work-from-home lifestyle, or so you can work with your new best friend ChatGPT. Now you're wondering how you get there. There are 3 things you need to become a data analyst. Let's call them infinity stones, which you need to collect. One of these is evidence-based projects, another is soft skills, but the most important stone that will get you an interview in the first place is the technical skills stone, which consists of analytical tools and programming language knowledge. As we're talking about becoming a data analyst, let's look at some data. If we look at recent data analyst job postings in the US, you might feel pretty overwhelmed with how many different technical skills are requested. Here are just the top 10. However, if I were to start my data analyst journey again, I would focus on only 4 of these: SQL, Excel, Python, and Power BI. With these 4, you have the ability to get, transform, and share data. SQL is a programming language for databases. Most data is stored in huge relational databases that would never fit in an Excel sheet, so analysts use SQL to get and transform the data into a form that is more easily understood by us humans. Luckily, it's one of the most simple languages to learn, consisting only of a few keywords that do pretty much what they say on the tin. Next, Microsoft Excel is often overlooked, but it's the tool that you will spend the most time using as a data analyst. It might not be as glamorous as other modern tools, but it remains the best way to quickly transform and share data with stakeholders who might not be so technically savvy. Make sure you are comfortable with more advanced formulas, pivot tables, and Power Query. To really set yourself apart, learn the basics of VBA programming so you can automate tasks and build anything you like, from dashboards to video games. Next is Python. This is an object-oriented programming language, which means you can store data and code in objects. Learning Python is a great way to learn the basics of programming that can be applied to most other programming languages. For me, I was required to learn SAS in my current role. I didn't really know any SAS before, but I picked it up really quickly as it uses similar structures to Python, such as for loops and functions. To learn Python, I would first familiarize myself with the basics by following a hands-on course. What worked for me best was using a textbook that took me through worked examples, as it allowed me to build a portfolio of programs while at the same time learning the basics. When you have the basics, you can then begin to explore data analytics libraries such as pandas. Last, I would familiarize myself with either Tableau or Power BI, which are dashboard building tools. Now, you don't need to know the ins and outs, but if you can build a decent looking report, you will be well sought after, as there has been a shift in the industry to creating automated dashboards for sharing with stakeholders, allowing data analysts to have more time exploring what the data actually means. When you've collected all the data analytics stones, you are ready to snap yourself into an interview.